Welcome to part 2 of Saturday Special. In a moment we're off to the City Ground, Nottingham, for Nottingham Forest against Liverpool. At the end of that game, we've got the closing stages of the Welsh Rugby Union Cup final between Pontypridd and Bridgend at Cardiff. And then at 15:50, the racing results and the full-time football scores. But now we're going to concentrate on Nottingham Forest against Liverpool. For Forest, Shilton, Anderson, Lloyd, Burns and Clark, O'Neill, McGovern, Francis and Robertson, Birtles and Woodcock. For Liverpool, Clements, Neil, Thompson, Hanson and Alan Kennedy, Case, McDermott, Souness and Ray Kennedy, Dalgleish and Highway. Nottingham Forest 0, Liverpool 0. Already commentating is Alan Parry.
Okay, just short of the halfway line in his own half. Burns for Forest, right-footed forward, and again Hanson beats Birtles in the air. As we welcome listeners to World Service to the City Ground, Nottingham. The score here, 0-0, but Robertson going forward for Nottingham Forest. Takes on the Liverpool defence. Will he get his cross in? Yes, he will, but it's beaten behind by McDermott for a corner. Forest's first corner of this second half. Larry Lloyd and Kenny Burns, the two centre-backs, who can cause a lot of damage from corners and free kicks, have both come forward. Robertson will take the corner. Same side that produced the winning goal in Cologne on Wednesday. The left drives it in low. Problems for the Liverpool defence, but finally Ray Kennedy answers those problems and drives his clearance out of play. Far side of the field. Throw in to Forest. Halfway inside Liverpool's half. The ball with their captain, John McGovern. Good ball into the penalty area, but Hanson is there again, commanding in the air. Heads it away. Not for long, though. Forest play it back in again with McGovern. A sloppy ball by him, and Liverpool win it back. Played down the line for Case. Case was challenged, and that'll be, I think, a free kick or a throw-in, certainly, to Liverpool. Denis Law, Trevor Francis playing today in a midfield position. Do you think that's the right role for him?
Well, Nottingham Forest have been under so much pressure, Alan, that from Liverpool they've soaking it up, and therefore the midfield aren't particularly... They're doing more of a marking job than a creating job, and I think this is where Francis is being a little bit wasted. He's such a marvellous player that I think you should probably use him in a more forward position. And the two front players, Birtles and Woodcock, are not getting a great deal of the ball, and unless it goes out to Robertson on the flank, Forest are not creating any great deal of danger at all.
Some more later scores in a moment, but Liverpool in possession again, near the halfway line with Alan Kennedy. Much slower pace to the game in this second half than the first. Liverpool in possession with Ray Kennedy now, being wrestled off the ball by O'Neill. Play on, says the referee, and a lovely chip forward. Can Dalgleish get on the end of it, though he can't. Shilton off his line quickly, and now those other scores.
Two very significant scores, in fact, in the second division. The first, Brighton 2, Blackburn Rovers 0. Brighton going further ahead. You'll all know, I'm sure, that at the top of that second division it really is a bit of a race going on. And at Roker Park, Cardiff had scored a second goal against Sunderland, which made it Sunderland 0, Cardiff City 2. And then just a moment ago, I've heard that Jackie Ashurst has pulled one back for Sunderland. So it's Sunderland 1, Cardiff City 2.
We're approaching the halfway stage of this second half. And it's still here, Nottingham Forest 0, Liverpool 0. The ball is halfway inside the Liverpool half. A long clearance played by Alan Kennedy deep into the Forest half away to our left. But Anderson, under no real significant pressure from Steve Highway, turns it back to his goalkeeper, Peter Shilton. Shilton to the edge of his area with a right-footed kick downfield. A high one again for the Liverpool defence to cope with, but they do so. Thompson heading it away to the touchline on the far side of the field, where it's picked up by Frank Clark for Nottingham Forest. Down the line to Robertson, skips inside a tackle and comes in field. Good ball to the edge of the Liverpool penalty area, but Hanson is there to clear. Up towards the halfway line. Burns knocks it back in again, and then Ray Kennedy is fouled by McGovern. Free kick to Liverpool, halfway inside their own half, halfway through the second half. So an appropriate moment to hand you over to Peter Jones.
Thanks, Alan. And Alan Hansen will take the free kick short for Liverpool. Just to his right, Thompson gets the return ball, sweeps it out towards us. That's for Liverpool left. And Alan Kennedy will send a long ball to the edge of the Forest area, headed away once more by Lloyd, who's played so well this afternoon, looking after Kenny Dalgleish. Indeed, the footballer of the year has had only one real chance, and that was in the opening minute. Apart from that, Lloyd's done an excellent job on marking the Scotsman. As another Scotsman goes down to the ground, Souness hit by another Scotsman. That's Kenny Burns. And so it'll be a free kick to Liverpool, just inside the Forest half. Bright sunshine here at the City Ground, the biggest crowd of the season. Nottingham Forest, the champions, against Liverpool, who looked like taking that title away from them. As Phil Thompson, the new Liverpool captain, takes the free kick short. Plays it to Neil, gets the return ball. and then reverses it out to Hansen. Possession stuff by Liverpool, not really moved forward at all. Now they do with tall figure of Hansen, who grows in stature for me with every game he plays. Alan Kennedy to Ray Kennedy, gets the return ball. Has to check his stride, though. Turns away, moves into the sunshine once more. Into the path of Souness. Dalglish. Checked by Burns. Dalglish still gets the shot in. High and wide. Not a bad effort there by Dalglish, because he was hemmed in both by Lloyd and by Burns. And the shot, in the end, goes swinging high and wide past the far post. No problems for Peter Shilton. Indeed, we were saying earlier on, there can't be many football grounds where you can get two goalkeepers of the caliber that we've got here this afternoon. Peter Shilton and Ray Clements. And neither of them at the moment has been really tested, but there have been chances at both ends, and Robertson's trying again for Forest. He's got a long way to go. He's halfway inside the Liverpool half. Good skills, though, by Robertson. He's being hemmed in by two Liverpool defenders, and Liverpool come forward themselves. A long ball from him, and swings into touch, and it'll be a throw into Nottingham Forest, just inside their own half, far side from us, the Forest left. And while we're waiting for the ball to come back from the crowd, Alan, we've got some later scores.
Yes, indeed. We're watching two of the top three here today, and news now of the third member of the leading trio, West Bromwich Albion. And they've equalised at Middlesbrough. Ali Brown inevitably getting the goal. Middlesbrough 1, West Bromwich Albion 1. And another First Division scoreline, Queen's Park Rangers 4, Coventry City 1. And a hat-trick there by Clive Allen. I think those may well be his first goals in the First Division. What a day to get.
25 minutes gone here at the City Ground, and Forest have a free kick to take it quickly. Good skills by Burtons, and he's won the corner off Phil Neal. Corner then to Nottingham Forest. And as the minutes tick away, I'm feeling more and more that one goal could well decide this one if we get it. Forest take the corner short, played wide to Robertson. Robertson high across the area. Good challenge coming in from Clements. Ball still inside the Liverpool area. Belted away in the end by McDermott. Highway comes charging back to try and pick it up. He can't. Anderson wants to take the throw quickly. Near side to us, to Forest right. Throws it to Burns. Burns is still inside his own half. And then a long ball from Burns. Francis controls it at the second attempt. Lays it forward. Woodcock offside. Only just. But that was enough. Good tight control there by Trevor Francis. And just put it in the path of Woodcock. Fractionally offside. Good thinking once more by Woodcock, who played a very significant part in the Nottingham Forest win in Cologne in midweek. And the ball, the free kick that is, played short back to Clements, coming out to the edge of that area. A deep kick halfway inside the Forest half. But Kenny Burns has got plenty of time to play it back, or let it roll on indeed to Shilton, and then wait for it to come back from him. Kenny Burns really came back from the dead as far as Brian Clough was concerned when he brought him here from Birmingham. Last season's player of the year, of course. And we've got the current player of the year in Kenny Dalglish. Throw into Forest. 10 yards inside the Liverpool half. Robertson to Woodcock. Touches it back once more. Frank Clark down the line. Not a good ball from Clark, but it's far too tight for anybody to get a ball like that. An overhead kick by Robertson. Francis tries to calm it down and heads the ball into the path, and Robertson's going far too fast almost for his legs there. And the ball goes into touch, and it'll be a throw into Liverpool halfway inside their own half. Liverpool 7 points clear of all those around them this morning, but having played a game more than Nottingham Forest and West Bromwich Albion. The point here would be comfortable for Liverpool. The roar comes in as Jimmy Case trying to head the ball back to Neal, simply heads it straight back into touch. So the ball really moved around in about a 10-yard area in the last minute or so, far side. Woodcock playing it back. Finally a long ball by Robertson, looking for Birtle, touches it onto McGovern. Finally cleared by Ray Kennedy. A long ball from him again. Dalglish prepared to run. He's run all the afternoon, Kenny Dalglish, but he's really only had 1.5 chances. The first one coming in the opening minutes, which he didn't put away, and that one I suppose you could call half a chance just a few minutes ago, when indeed he did very well even to get the shot in at all. Phil Neal underneath that for Liverpool. Splendid atmosphere here, though, at the City Ground, a ground where, of course, Brian Clough's complained for so long he doesn't get the support he really wants from this city of Nottingham. Well, they're all here this afternoon, and they dearly want to win against Liverpool. As Lloyd tries to go forward, enormous figure, used to wear, of course, the red shirt for Liverpool. Woodcock on the edge of the Liverpool area. A lot of Liverpool defenders are back. Woodcock still plays it back to Francis. Francis, a little thick ball, or good ball to intelligent to Robertson. Robertson high across the Liverpool area. The header coming in, a rather lucky header from Alan Kennedy. It's still there, still pressure on Liverpool. And finally Jimmy Case belts the ball all of 50 yards deep inside the Forest half. Burns is there, dependable, turns away, plays it towards us, the Forest right. Anderson, tall, skillful, goes inside the half-hearted challenge from Dalglish. McGovern, Birtles, Birtles holds it, moves in field back to McGovern. McGovern finds Birtles. Good skills by Birtles. Has the play out once more. Robertson's waiting. Enormous pressure here on Liverpool. Robertson holds. Case will go across for him. Robertson gets the ball across. Not a good cross. Cleared by Thompson. Still pressure though on Liverpool. And they must show their qualities here. Frank Clark, a good ball out to the other side. O'Neill. Good tackle coming in from Alan Kennedy. Ball breaks loose. Highway comes back to pick it up. It really is passionate stuff here at the moment. Dalglish. A long ball from him, a rather adventurous ball, asking an awful lot of McDermott. And indeed, Frank Clark's there first. Finds McGovern. A total missed kick from McGovern. Ray Kennedy. Good ball from Ray Kennedy. Case going forward for Liverpool. Halfway inside the City half. Case comes in field. Breaks off one challenge. McDermott lays it out. Neil's gone up on the overlap. Ball goes over the line, and it is a goal kick to Nottingham Forest. But there, in fact, enormous pressure on Liverpool, Denis Law, and that's often, of course, when you see them at their best.
Well, of course, as you say, Peter, they're so dangerous, they can soak up the punishment. And Nottingham Forest, in the last 5 minutes, have put a bit of pressure on them, far more than they did in the first half. And with Francis now playing really as a front man and Woodcock in the middle of the field, using his colossal speed, really, to get past the Liverpool midfield, they are, as you say, at the most dangerous when they are under pressure like that. And we saw the marvellous run up the right flank. And Terry and Phil Neal being very unlucky there with the ball just carrying him back onto him. As you say, Peter, you've got to watch them there.
Well, this last 15 minutes here at the City Ground should be very interesting indeed. Nottingham Forest nil, Liverpool nil. Highway going forward, a claim that he's offside. No, says the linesman. Highway's still got an awful lot to do, though. And finally, the ball goes over the line. He was claiming a corner, but the linesman was standing alongside him and said, not a bit. So it's a goal kick to Nottingham Forest, which Peter Shilton will take. Spots the ball up. And no doubt he'll be getting all the weight behind this kick. And he can kick it an awfully long way, the Nottingham Forest goalkeeper. And here comes the kick. It hangs in the air, just inside his own half still, though, with that kick. Alan Hampson comes back as he was being challenged by Birtles, and he lays the ball all of 30 yards back to Clements. Bowls it out straight away. The man just below us here is Frank Clark. And again, who I suppose, rather like Kenny Burns, seemed to be on his way out and came back. A free transfer 3 years ago and about to sign for Doncaster Rovers. Well, now he's playing for Liverpool and seems to be making that number 3 shirt his own. There's a long kick from Clements. Deep inside the Nottingham Forest half, but no problems for them there. And indeed, Anderson lets it run on to Shilton and then runs into good space to get the return ball. Anderson looking for McGovern. Ball is cleared away, though, by Frank Clark. Dalglish. Frank Clark, good running by the Liverpool fullback here. Tries to find Highway card. McDermott hits the post. Tremendous shot from McDermott. And that clattered against the Forest post. Lovely ball. Still comes back. Finally cleared by Burns. One end to the other stuff here. Francis Thompson has to come charging back and does so successfully. Finds Ray Kennedy, but that really rocked the Nottingham Forest post, that one. So Liverpool have hit the crossbar, they've hit the post, both for the same man, Terry McDermott. And on those 2 occasions, certainly Nottingham Forest living dangerously, but that matters not. At the end of the day, the post and the crossbar don't matter. Still 0-0 with 13 minutes to go. And I think we've just got a moment, Alan, for some more scores.
Yes, I'm just thinking, strange thing, actually, it was McDermott who scored twice at Anfield when Liverpool beat Nottingham Forest in December in the league. Now he's hit the woodwork twice. That latest score is an equaliser for Norwich City at Highbury. Justin Fashanu has got it. 1-1, Arsenal 1, Norwich 1.
Just under 13 minutes to go here at the City Ground. Nottingham Forest already in the European Cup final in Munich next week. The champions, of course, until the end of this season. The side that knocked Liverpool out of the European Cup. As Liverpool come forward again, a long ball inside the Forest area. Burns, who's been absolutely immaculate at the back, tidies up quietly, stands on the ball, then touches it back to Shilton, and obviously done some good calling. And Shilton gets Nottingham Forest going again. Bowls the ball out to Anderson. Anderson moves just outside his own penalty area, slides the ball to McGovern. McGovern has to play it to his left. It's finally played forward by Frank Clark. Looking once more for Trevor Francis. Thompson was there, though, for Liverpool. Finds McDermott. The ball is halfway inside the Liverpool half. McDermott slows it down and then hits it all of 30 yards back to Ray Clements, the boos from the Forest supporters. But certainly in Liverpool's position, 7 points clear at the top, then a point away from home, and certainly a point at Nottingham Forest would be more than, I think, satisfactory as far as they're concerned. 0-0, 12 minutes to go. Forest in possession. Clatter of bodies once more, and too much of a clatter, says the referee. And in fact, he's given the free kick to Liverpool for that tackle coming in by Frank Clark. And Liverpool taking plenty of time with the free kick. And Neil takes it. Dalglish behind him, as always, Larry Lloyd. But Dalglish gets the ball to Case. Case high across the area looking for Ray Kennedy. Anderson gets the ball away with a header. And then comes away himself to pick the ball up, being chased by Highway. Anderson, though, goes round Highway. Good ball to O'Neill. If Francis can get onto that. When he can't, Hansen comes across, heads the ball into touch. Francis wants to take the ball quickly. Wants to take the throw quickly, and in the end, plays it back. And Liverpool are about to use their substitute. Steve Highway looks as if he's coming off. And a chance here, perhaps, for Sammy Lee to get a little glory. So Sammy Lee comes on, the man who was born in Liverpool, played his first game against Southampton 4 days ago. So he goes off into the sunshine to see if he can create something a bit special for Liverpool. 0-0, and it's Nottingham Forest in possession. Roberts, the ball forward, asking a lot of O'Neill. Thompson's there first. And again, Clement's coming off his line to help the defenders, as he always does. In over 500 games for Liverpool, Ray Clement. And one of the best in the world. Bounces the ball once, twice, holds it, takes a little more time, and then the kick. Halfway inside the Forest half, it'll drop now, looking for Dalglish. Again, Lloyd is there. He really has played splendidly for Forest this afternoon. But it's Liverpool in possession. Good work by Souness, finds McDermott. McDermott down the right, cuts the ball back again to Case. Case, low across the area, chance for Souness. Can't get the shot in, though. Plays it back. Flag went up straight away. There was nothing McDermott could do about that one. He was a couple of yards offside. The idea was right from Souness. And I think McDermott knew once he moved forward, he had to be offside. So Frank Clark takes the free kick short to Shilton, rolls it underarm. Burns coming forward for Nottingham Forest. Still halfway inside his own half. Still keeps running. Lays it to his right. That was a bad ball from Burns. That was never on for Anderson, and it goes into touch. So Dalglish will take the throw, and he does so. And he throws it to the path of McDermott. McDermott read the situation well, and he runs over his legs, and the ball runs over the line. So it'll be a goal kick to Nottingham Forest.
Well, talking about McDermott, Peter, he does such a marvellous job for Liverpool. He glides up the right-hand side. He does tremendous runs, and they're not short runs. They're 50, 60 yards. He's had a couple of chances. He hit the bar in the first half, as we saw, and a few minutes ago there, he had a cracking shot to hit the post. He really is. To me, if he plays well, Peter, Liverpool seems to play well. He makes all the runs. He slides in there. I feel a bit sorry for the fella on the other side, Trevor Francis. He has moved him up front from midfield. He doesn't seem to... I think he's a bit like Villa for Spurs in the first time he came over. He's between the two and not really hitting it off.
Well, we've got 9 minutes to go here, and Forest are trying to come forward. Ball goes at a touch. It'll be a Forest throw. Anderson will take it. Finds Woodcock to Francis, a bit tight to the near touchline. Francis has to start going infield. The willowy run of Francis. Good tackle by Dalglish, who's back helping out. Tries to clear, cannons off Anderson. Finally it is cleared by Alan Kennedy, straight into the path of Burns. Traps it in the shadow of the stand, and then moves it forward to Anderson. Lovely skills by Anderson. Went straight round Dalglish. And really a rather ridiculous decision that by the referee. I must certainly side with the home supporters, because Anderson was half fouled by Dalglish, but more significantly, he'd gone round him, and the advantage was all Forest's way. So now they get the free kick. They've lost that advantage. And the free kick is played short, and in the end it goes into touch, and it'll be a throw into Liverpool. So really, the referee was penalising Forest rather than doing the reverse. You know, it's very easy to sit up here and criticise, but I would have thought that would have been fairly obvious to let Anderson go on. That matters not, and Ray Kennedy will take the throw for Liverpool, halfway inside his own half, expecting the players to move forward. Then goes to play it, to throw it backwards, and in the end does play it forwards to McDermott. Little ball from him, finds Souness. Souness looking for Sammy Lee to give him his first touch of the ball. Little man runs forward, but too many defenders, and Frank Clark is the man eventually who clears. And Francis being held off the ball this time by Ray Kennedy. Throw into Nottingham Forest with just over 7 minutes to go here. Forest take the free kick short. Francis back to Anderson. Francis beckoning for the ball, but in the end it's played to O'Neill. O'Neill very tight to this near touchline. Again brought down by Ray Kennedy, and it'll be a throw-in, it'll be a free kick to Nottingham Forest. This is very tight to the near touchline, not more than a yard, and it's about parallel with the Liverpool penalty area. Anderson will take it. A lot of players now inside the Liverpool area. Anderson with the free kick. Again the header coming in from Lloyd. Chance for Robertson. He can't get the ball back. He does. The header coming in. Everybody's up there. Burns is there. Clements is there. Piston away. He's lost it. Case is back there, and Clements in the end falls on the ball. And on that occasion, Ray Clemens really didn't look all that good, Dennis.
Well, if you're going to win the league, Peter, somewhere along the line, you've got to have a little bit of luck there. It was a great move by Forrest, creating a lot of panic in the Liverpool defence. Robertson, in particular, did marvellous there. A nice little chip over there. Clemens completely lost, but as you say, a bit of luck to win the thing. And by Forrest, creating a lot of panic in the Liverpool defence. Robertson, in particular, did marvellous there. A nice little chip over there. Clemens completely lost, but as you say, a bit of luck to win the thing. And eventually the ball came back to him. But a good spell by Forrest.
Well, let's see if Liverpool can do a little better by coming forward. Not for long they can't, because Frank Clark clears once more. Woodcock, Hanson's with Woodcock. Sammy Lee has come back to help out too, and in the end the loose ball is picked up by Neil, finds Souness, and Liverpool keep possession. I suppose Liverpool, on the other hand, could say that they've hit the upright and the crossbar by McDermott, and here they come again with Lee. Lee substituting for Highway just 5 minutes ago, touches the ball back. Souness halfway inside the Forest half. Souness finds Case. Case has got a lot of space. Little ball forward, finds McDermott. Good running again, good positional finding by McDermott. Turns the ball back to Case. Case keeps it going backwards to Neil. Liverpool in possession, moving slowly when they can certainly be at their most dangerous when they pounce. Finally the ball is played forward, McDermott, but that's not a good ball. McGovern lets it run over his own line, and it'll be a goal kick to Nottingham Forest. Again, Peter Shilton will take the kick, and again he takes it short to Anderson. Loves to get this tall black defender going. Long ball from Anderson. Chested down by Birtles. First full season, Birtles, and what a season it's been for him. It really is storybook stuff. Anderson trying to get the ball forward, can't. Challenged by Kennedy. That's Ray Kennedy. In the end has to turn it back to Peter Shilton with 5 minutes to go here. Are either of these two very, very good sides going to break the deadlock? Nottingham Forest, third in the table this morning on goal difference behind West Bromwich Albion. Liverpool on top, going for the championship. They must be the favourites, and a point here would be very satisfactory for them. Forrest going forward, flag goes up, Francis offside, didn't think he was, but he was. And I just wonder whether Ian Bowyer might be flung on for the last 5 minutes. The man, of course, created all the headlines this morning, the man who scored the widout in Cologne on Wednesday, dropped by Brian Clough. Not, in fact, all that much of a sensation, because he must be grooving Trevor Francis for a possible place in the final. And Ian Bowyer, I know, is the sort of man who understands that. So everybody who suggested that Ian Bowyer was suddenly going to come along and be very upset by the whole thing was quite wrong. That's the way Nottingham Forest work, and that's the way Brian Clough works. At least they knew that in Munich in the European final. Ray Kennedy, long ball from him. Asking again, McDermott to run. McDermott does surely pull the ball down, I can see that from here. So a handball against Terry McDermott. Free kick to Nottingham Forest. Shilton will come out and take it. I'm sure he'll just touch it on to Frank Clark and ask for the return ball, which he does. And we've got now just under 4 minutes to go here. Nottingham Forest 0, Liverpool 0. A lot of passion, a lot of hard running, but no goals yet. Throw into Nottingham Forest. Again, Anderson will take it just inside his own half, just below us here. That's the Forest right. Looking for Birtles, headed away by Hanson. Dalglish. Dalglish going forward here for Liverpool. A nice ball finds McDermott. McDermott going forward. Frank Clark will go with him. Still McDermott holds a couple of yards outside the Forest penalty area. Turns it back to Dalglish. A lot of Forest defenders back. Dalglish getting it forward. McDermott stands on the ball, does well to keep it from going into touch. Still holds. McGovern stays with him, and in the end he plays the ball back to Ray Kennedy. Ray Kennedy, I don't quite know what Ray Kennedy was asking for there, because that was never on, and Shilton trying to catch Liverpool on the hop, plays it straight back into their half. Looking for Birtles. He's found Birtles. Francis hands the ball. It bounced up, and Francis knew it.
Two important second division scores that have just reached Brighton 2, Blackburn 1 now. A goal by John Aston for Blackburn, and that'll give them heart tremors, I should think, for the last few minutes of the Goldstone ground. Whereas Palace have gone further ahead against Notts County. Crystal Palace, of course. It's now Crystal Palace 2, Notts County 0. Jerry Murphy, the scorer of the second Palace goal.
And here we've got just 2.5 minutes to go by our watch. I can't remember any long stoppages in this second half, so that'll be about right, I would think. 0-0 still. Dalglish battling for the ball, and he's got it. O'Neill comes back to try and defend, and O'Neill does very well indeed. He's now shielding the ball. He's got Anderson to help him out. He gives it to Anderson. Dalglish goes back, but Anderson finds O'Neill. O'Neill going forward, halfway inside his own half still. All good skills there by Woodcock. Checks the ball down. Thompson did even better for Liverpool. Played it into touch, and it's a throw in to Nottingham Forest. O'Neill, who played so well in Cologne, throws the ball to Anderson. Anderson moves away from us towards the centre circle. Lays it to his left. Frank Clark comes inside Jimmy Case. Frank Clark, a long ball from him. But again, a rather aimless ball goes straight through the Clements, and I'm quite certain Clements will take plenty of time.
And another score involving a second division promotion contender. West Ham 1, Wrexham 1 now. We heard about that controversial goal for West Ham in the first half. It seems that justice might have been done because Bobby Shinton has equalised for Wrexham. 1-1.
A minute and a half now to go. It looks more and more like a goalless draw, but when you talk about a goalless draw, they can so often be arid and sterile affairs. Far from it here. We've had a lot of passion and commitment. Liverpool have hit the Nottingham Forest crossbar and the upright, and at the same time, Forest have had 2 or 3 chances themselves. We've now got exactly 1 minute to go as the ball is played halfway inside the Forest half. Burns there as always like a sentry on duty there. And Shilton, perhaps trying with almost the last kick of the game as far as Forest are concerned. Finds Woodcock. Woodcock finds Francis. Francis moves infield. A through ball from him looking for Woodcock. Hanson's there. Woodcock comes in to challenge though, and he challenges well. I must say I found that a very strange decision because I thought that Woodcock had done well, unless of course it was a handball. But anyway, it's a free kick to Liverpool.